Hi, good afternoon, Gayatri ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ashutosh. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic as usual. Thanks for asking me too. So I'm so excited. Today again, you joined me and I want to know from you that what we are going to talk about. What's new in our series?
Great, great, great. So, yeah, in our series today, we are going to talk about writing skills, how to improve writing skills, what is the importance of writing, and how does it help you to grow as a language learner, and what is, what edge you can exactly get out of it. Okay. But before we get into this, I want to announce that everyone, we have a Telegram community. Link will be there in description box. So please join that. And if you have any question, you can tag me and Ashutosh. We will try to answer. So this is for that.
Sure.
Yeah. So before we get into that, what is writing, Ashutosh? I want to know from you what is writing for you.
Oh, pretty difficult to be honest. I'm not a writing guy, but I will tell you what is writing for me. It is very important to organize your thoughts. You get sufficient time to write whatever you think, because what is the difference when, of course, everybody is looking for becoming a good speaker. But what is the difference in writing and speaking is that in speaking, you have to speak spontaneously. You don't get sufficient time to express your thoughts. But what is writing? Then you can write anytime, anything, whatever comes to your head, and any time, without time limitations and without time boundation. Because when it comes to speaking, you have to answer as early as possible. So that's how what I think writing is very important. Many people learn a lot of things by writing. Of course, I used to write and I used to journal things that what I did, but nowadays, to be honest, I don't do it. I have done it for some time and that helped me a lot and that inspires me a lot as well. I get inspiration from my own schedule or own routine, that what I did today, it was a wonderful and productive day. I did a lot of things. I'm going to do it tomorrow as well. So writing helps you a lot to just get motivation to express your thoughts, and you can also write down all those things which you want to do in your future, because all those things you, because if you're thinking in your head, you get a lot of thoughts every single day, every single hour. So you forget, thoughts come and they go. But once you write on paper, it would be there. You can check it out after 2 hours, 4 hours, 2 days, 4 days, whenever you want to, and then you can work on it. So that's why I understood when I started my journey, writing helped me a lot to understand my goal, to go through it, and to progress. So that's why I feel writing is always helpful for you to become better as a speaker, as a person, as a personality, or whatever you want to do in your life. For your career, it is pretty helpful.
Great, great, great. I'm happy to know your thoughts. And everyone faces difficulties when it comes to write and things, and they come up with a lot of excuses, or maybe the real life, situation and the time constraint they face just because they are professional, and many more things are there. But today I'm going to solve the problem again, right? And as I talked about listening and reading, and I also talked about why are they important. In reading portion, I also told that whenever you perform an activity, it could be any activity, just try to imagine the reward after it. So I'm
Yeah,
going to
sure.
give you or tell you a few rewards of writing as well. Okay, I have written it down here.
Uh-huh.
Let me read few first point. It allows your articulation. What is articulation? Articulation is a proper management of your thoughts, proper
Mhm.
organization of your thoughts. A lot of people come to me and they say, ma'am, I have information, enough information on a particular topic, but I don't know how to put it in sequence. I don't know how to put it in order. I don't know how to organize it. Right? So once you start writing on a piece of paper, you can pick one topic every day. My favorite color. Try to write.
Mhm.
What do you write on your favorite color? My favorite hero, my favorite politician, anything. Try to write whatever you know about them. And you will understand that how to organize those things, how to articulate your ideas about that so and so topic. So this is the first thing, right? Second is it serves you as the medium of self-expression. What is self-expression? Many a time, a lot of people who say that we are introverts, we don't know
Yes.
how to express ourselves in a good way, right? But when First of all, I always say introverts people, and I understand situations. Maybe they were not exposed to big number of people in their childhood. Like for example, Ashutosh and like you belong to a village, right? You are from a village. Then I'm from a small town, and we live at a place where every time we are surrounded with a lot of aunties, uncles, and whatnot, right? Like we always have people around us. But for few people, when I exactly talked to them, that why they are
Mhm.
so conserved, why they are so reserved, I understood their psychology, that they were never exposed to such big number of gathering, big number of people and something
Mhm.
like that. So if you are introverts, start writing. It will help you to organize your thoughts. It will give you the power to express your emotion on that piece of paper, right? It will also help you to release your emotion. That we are not into self life coaching or something like that, but here we are talking about writing, so it helps you express yourself better on a piece of paper, right? It helps you. Great. The
Mhm.
third point I have is it facilitates better organization. We have already talked about that. But again, see, there is a slight difference between articulation and organization. Articulation is like choosing the right sets of vocabulary. Organization could be the sequence. Articulation could be that you articulate your thoughts with beautiful words, beautiful expressions, idioms, phrases, and whatnot. But organization could be that, okay, you know events one by one, but sometimes you don't get the right words. So organization is there, right? My last point and
Mhm.
last third movie for writing is that it helps you mastering storytelling.
Yes.
I mean, every single learner who comes to me to learn the English language, they are like, man, I want to be a public speaker. I want to speak on a big stage. I want to connect to the audience. I believe all the leaders I have come across and I have listened to, they are best storytellers, at least from of their lives. They know how to connect their previous experiences to connect the audience. Like they know how to talk about their past events in a form of a story so that you connect well, right? So if you want
Mhm.
to be a leader, you have to be a good storyteller. And when you know how to connect with
Exactly.
the audience emotionally, physically, verbally, non-verbally, this is how you become a right storyteller or good storyteller. But how? You must write first. You must write your story first. You must organize your story first on a piece of paper. That's how it helps, right? Okay. Number 6 and last is like it increases your confidence. When you want to talk about a topic, you have
Mhm.
articulated it on a piece of paper, you have organized it, you have written it in proper way, you have translated it or maybe rephrased your experience in a form of a story. Now you are confident enough that I have written it. I know what I'm going to talk on a stage. There is no
Sure.
shame of taking a piece of paper or maybe some cue cards on your hand on a stage. I have seen a lot of big leaders doing it. Even Prime Minister Modi has something on that podium, like podium, and he reads from that also. And after that, he keeps it in. There is no shame, right? So organize your thoughts, write it on a piece of paper, take it on a stage. That will give you the confidence that, oh, I have a back. I have that support
Mhm.
of written small sentences or something on my cards and I can see and write. So these are the rewards of writing, right? So anything you have to add on, Ashutosh, then I will get into that how to start writing. Because people come that, ma'am, I know what is the importance of writing because you have told, but where to start? What to do? So I will talk about it, but before I want to know what do you think about it?
Yeah, exactly. As you said about the point about the leaders, they give speeches on big stages. So, what is more important for them is do not slip from their actually in the track or whatever they want to talk about. So having the paper and the bullet points in the front of them is very helpful. But of course, we people think that we want to speak without having a piece of paper or maybe for arts and arts. So yes, you can do it if you are going in a right way, but at least for a moment you can go through it, that whatever you are covering, is it the right thing? So what happens sometimes that we go in a different just place, or we talk about something which we were not about to talk. Okay, so that's what I feel it is very important. Once you have a if you are going to give a speech, so the first write down your speech, okay, and try to have bullet points and then elaborate from the stage. It does not mean that some leaders I have seen, they do reading. That is also not recommended. That if you have got a paper, then you don't have to just, your eyes are down and just you are reading on paper and then you're doing all those activities. Those are not the recommended things. Okay, what is important, just go through it in a one single moment and then try to describe from your own just, words. Don't go through it word by word and just you are reading while you are on a stage. So but yeah, writing helps you to understand that what you are going to cover. Maybe you will write a lot on paper, you will not be able to just execute or deliver the same, but it's okay. Sometimes, as I remember, as I gave a speech in my college, I wrote 4 pages because I was aware that I'm not going to speak the whole 4 pages from there. But I was, at least when I wrote 4 pages, I was able to cover at least 2 pages there from the stage. So it is very important for you to organize your thoughts and have a structure in your mind. Once you write, you get the structure and infrastructure of thoughts in your head. That's how you can present. So that's how it works, and you absolutely, like, said it rightly. So I cannot agree more with it, because it's very helpful to organize your thoughts, structure your thoughts, have some blueprints in your head that what you are going to deliver in anything, of course. And of course, in many jobs, you need a good writing, that how you are constructing your mails, how you're going to send it. So it helps you a lot. If you have a good writing, you can impress people. Even though in this YouTube industry, if you are the one who writes the mail in a wonderful manner, you can impress big YouTubers and they can, of course, get back to you.
Great, great, great. I totally agree, and I also support all these things. It happens, right? We will someday, I will also talk about the neurological reason behind writing in each and every activity. When we talk about listening, writing, reading, speaking, every activity has its own significances in learning process, right? We will talk about it in some other way. Now let's start with the question of the people, ma'am. We know the importance of writing, but what to write? Right, again, let's go for the categorization of the people. So if you are a beginner, start writing small sentences, start combining two tenses: present indefinite, present perfect; past indefinite, past perfect. Write long sentences, like, like 3 4 5 clauses, and then combine those clauses in one go. That will give you structure to connect few sentences all together. So this is what you can do if you are a beginner. You can do prompt writing. What is prompt writing? You can go on internet and find prompts, some basic prompts. Okay, for example, if I were a prime minister, what would I do? Continue with the points. Okay, I would change this, I would remove corruption, I would manage education system, I would manage infrastructure. Then again, how would I manage? Write those points. This is called prompts writing, where you prompt yourself and you write. So this could be for beginner people, right? For intermediate one, I'll say that whenever you read an article, or you read an editorial, or maybe you read a book, pick some paragraphs from that particular, like book, or maybe article or editorial. Rephrase that in your own words. Try to have some good vocabulary. Try to use some synonyms to replace the words which are already there, and you replace it because you know them. So that will also help you to analyze the paragraph. That will help you to put your logical reason, and that will also help you to put that concentration, and that will help you to understand that how good you are at changing the tone of the articles, like, changing the tone. Like, if the article is sarcastic in tone, is there any way that you can make it more funny, or you can make it more sarcastic, or you can use some more technical words in it? So this is for intermediate people. And for advanced, again, pick some literature text and try to experiment with that. But if your writing should be limited to some simple context only, right? If you want to write good emails, if you want to write some good letters, if you want to do journal writing, very basic writings, not literature. If you don't want to be an author, if you don't want to be a writer, if you don't want to write some research paper in the particular language, then I don't think so you should go in that way. But if you still want, you can go for research papers, articles, books, novels, and whatnot. But if you just want to stick to this only, then start practicing some prompts, like how to write a good email, right? Or you can read some 100 emails and try to follow some different situations and write some emails. If you are the one who faces problem in email writing, if you don't know how to rephrase things, give yourself different situations. If you don't know how to create a story, don't create a story. Go for your life experience. How was your
Yes.
first year of college? How was your second day of your 12th standard or new school or like higher school or higher secondary? So pick real life scenarios and then write on them. So they will help
Mhm.
you out in writing, right? So this is how I have also told the learners that what they can write. I have told the rewards of writing, I have told what they can write. So I think this is enough for the video. For the writing thing, we will talk in more detail about each and every aspects later on. But for now, this is all. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Of course, thanks for the beautiful tips and tricks that how people can write things according to their level, if they are beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So I'm sure they will get an idea that how they can start their journey of writing, because many people need a good writing skills in their profession. So that's how it is going to help them. And of course, at the end, again, I will request people to join our community on Telegram. If you want to connect with us, don't forget to go through the link and join our community. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.